Okay, so here we have an orc boy from Age of Sigmar. As you can see, I've already started some work on it. I've coloured in the mouth, the teeth, the eye, the skin, and I've already started some of the yellow armour, but obviously there's going to be a lot more yellow armour to add to this. So as part of this test project, I'm just going to give 10 minutes or so painting up, see how it feels, and I'll listen back to it. Okay. Now, the interesting part about painting orcs, or indeed any 3D model really, to be fair, is that you let the model do the work for you, to a degree, especially with rank and file troopers. Obviously with character models you're probably going to want to spend a little bit more time, a little bit more due care, if you will, on making sure that you don't go over the nooks and crannies, but you do find that with enough practice and with enough care, quite honestly, you can make a really nice job of even rank and file troopers such as this young gentleman here. And at the beginning it's not too bad if you colour over the lines, shall we say. After all, it is only a rank and file trooper, and the ink wash process, the shade step of it, we use inks and washes and all of that. Well, that hides up a lot of things, quite honestly. Depends on how you attach washes, of course. I'm just slightly gone off camera there. It does obviously depend on how you apply your washes. Some people like to, I'm not sure if the correct term is slapdash, or I don't know where they just apply the wash to the entire plate, or some just prefer to apply the wash direct to. Well, if we take this plate here, for example, I've just painted. Some people would apply a wash to the entire plate, so that they're guaranteed of getting all the recesses, whereas some folks would prefer to actually just paint in the individual recesses themselves. I'm an advocate of, speed, let's get it just done kind of thing. Again, it's rank and file, so I don't really, I'm not too fussed or too, I'm not too precious about it. Some folks are, some folks like to make sure that every single step, every aspect is working perfectly. I'm not that guy. But each to their own. Just gonna adjust the camera slightly because no one needs to see my medicines. I keep pulling the model out of focus. And I mean, again, this is all just, it's a rank and file trooper. I'm just giving it a go because I've never recorded anything like this before. Well, that's not true, actually. I did do it as part of an exercise for work, actually. That's when I started off the painting of the bits I've already done. And I found I actually quite enjoyed it. It adds to the therapy. Therapy is the wrong word. It adds to the concentration element. I paint to relax. I suppose it is therapeutic. I paint to relax because I enjoy painting. I enjoy taking a model and making him look good, or her look good, or it look good. it is an inanimate object after all, but painting is an expression of self, and anyway, I'm getting carried away. Such cool models. Actually need to put a bit more paint on my palette because I'm running out. Yeah, so we're blethering on there a little bit. I started this model as an exercise for work, thinking aloud. I'm sure anybody who's involved in sports have heard of that, where quite literally an athlete, or in this case a painter, whilst they're actually in process, they vocalise their thoughts. Now, some people find it quite difficult. Some people say, no, I can't vocalise my process, and that's fair. Other people, myself included, who find talking to oneself very easy. Indeed, it's getting me to shut up, that's the trick. Yeah, I'm fine with it. And I do find that the process itself of nattering away whilst I paint, whilst I, provide a self-commentary, if you will, it helps me to, one, just concentrate a little more on what it is I'm doing, and two, it helps me to reflect on the process. Keep following this out of frame. It helps me to concentrate on my process. And I find that by doing that, by that extra level of concentration, I find I'm more careful with it, with the paint itself. So, no, it could be I'm talking out my bum, that the end result is nothing better than where I would just sit here in silence, or to listen to music on my headphones or something like that. However, the exercise that I did for work, where I only recorded about 5 minutes or so, I did find it very interesting. And when I watched it back as part of the activity for work, I found it strangely hypnotic. It's going to sound awfully vain, but I found it strangely hypnotic just listening to myself talk about what it was I was doing. Oh, I missed a bit of the green there. I'll have to fix that later on. You talk about my process, which it sounded a shade narcissistic, that, I guess, but I'm not sure I'd describe myself as necessarily a narcissist. I suppose we all are. We're all egoists, certainly. I am not a trained psychiatrist, so I could be completely off base on that one. We all have egos. We're all the sum total of our ego. Wow, I'm blethering. But yeah, no, I found this process to be relaxing, therapeutic, enjoyable, quite honestly, very enjoyable. To actually do it and to listen back to it. And I've listened to a lot of ASMR videos on the internet, non-ASMR videos on the internet, where I've just enjoyed relaxing whilst someone crafts something. And I've watched all manner of craft videos. So obviously you've got Bob Ross, wonderful artist, and his videos are great to just listen back to and watch and relax and chill out to. But there are plenty of other creators on YouTube who are all ace in their own right. There's a lovely French lady who I listen to every night. Midnight Cottage, is it? I think it is. I think it's Midnight Cottage. She does a lot of her home, candle stuff. Anyway, that's the yellow applied, the base yellow. I just wanted to do the base yellow as this test video. So Put the miniature back in shot. The idea was that I just wanted to put that base colour on to give it a go. Obviously, I'm going to listen back to this video myself, see if it's worth anything, if it's interesting enough to go onto YouTube or not. Possibly not, fairly boring shot to be honest, but we'll see. So, thanks everyone.